What's going on, guys, and welcome back to All the Mods 9. And I'm trying to remember what we done in the last episode, but for the life of me I cannot. Was it the digital storage? We sorted this out, and then in between that I did put up the thermal generators up in the attic. So now we've got power running down here, so we're not chewing through our coal in order to actually power our digital storage. I think that's what we've done. Anyway, so today's episode, what I want to try to do is get a few resources being auto-made constantly, and that is because, well, we're going to need one of the resources in particular. So what we want to get made is glass, gravel, sand, and cobblestone. So I was looking at ways of doing this. In order to get cobblestone, we can generate cobblestone using just water source and lava in order to get the cobblestone, and then using the drill from the create mod in order to mine and harvest the cobblestone. So getting cobblestone isn't a problem. Then we can use the crushing wheels on cobblestone in order to get gravel, and then we can use the gravel in the crushing wheels to get sand, flint, and clay. A 5% chance of getting clay balls, so we will need to actually expand the storage for clay balls as well. And then with the sand, we can then smelt this using the create bulk smelting by having a lava source in front of the fan. But it does mean that we're going to have to get into a fair bit of the create stuff, really. One being the wheels, the crushing wheels. But in order to make the crushing wheels, we need the automated crafters. What are they called? What are you called? Not deployers. See, I completely forgot what they're called. It's not just like crafters. Mechanical crafter, yeah. So we need like a whole bunch of these, which means we need a whole bunch of things. I think it's like 7 in order to get enough of them. And then we also need brass casing and a bunch of crafting tables. So we need 7 electron tubes. How many have we got? Oh, you know what? We've got a load in here already. And then we're going to want the... You know what? I need to unsync this. Quantity, search box, JEI. Two-way. Just normal. So that way when I search for stuff in here, it doesn't affect this. Because each time I come to this, it's clearing my search over here. Okay, so we want, what is it, brass, don't we? Brass. And then in order to get brass, it is 3 copper, 1 zinc. So copper, 1, 2, 3. And zinc. Have we got zinc? 10 zinc. Like so. Then we want to do that. 2, 3, 4. I shouldn't think, should be more than enough. And then to do the brass casing, it is just a brass nugget on a stripped log. So if we get, you know what, you're fine. So if we say get a stack of these going. Yeah, there's a couple, or there's a few different things that I need to sort of get done. One is, I do apologise for that, sorting out a form of XP, and I'll explain why I need a XP thing sorted. Let me finish placing these, and then we can do a combined strip of everyone. Wait, why is it not letting me strip them all? Oh, that's freaking annoying. Okay, I'm going to go through, strip all of these, and change these into brass casings. Let me just do this. Let's just finish stripping all of these guys, and then hopefully I'm going to be really annoyed if it doesn't let me use the brass ingots on these. I don't know if it's like, oh, there we go, thank God for that. The brass age. Thank you. And then I'm hoping that we can just vein mine all of these up. Awesome. I do remember, like, the last mod pack I played, in order to make brass, you had to use the mixing machine, which was not fun. There we go, so we've got all the brass casings. And then in order to make them mechanical crafters. Crafting benches is what we need now. So 7 crafting benches. Do this. Do this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And do 21 of these. Awesome. Okay, so we've got them. We are going to now need to also make the water wheels because we need some sort of rotational energy in order to run everything. So water wheels, gear shifts, which means we need andesite alloys. Let's just make a whole bunch of these guys. And then we're going to want a whole bunch of these guys. And then let's make just probably 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. And then to make the large water wheels. Does that like make it any better or not? But you know what, screw it. Large ones look cool. I'm fairly sure you can use different wood types on it to change the look. So what we will do is grab some mangrove as well. So we've got the water wheels, our mechanical crafters, electron tubes, got stuff like that. We also want the fans as well. So encased fan, we have not got any of this stuff. Have we got any andesite casing? There we go. So just throw 11 of these in. And then we're going to need this. Ooh. Right, let's make a few of these guys. So I know I'm going to need them. I think that is pretty much everything. Oh, we need some andesite funnel things. These guys. And we need smelted kelp, which I've got some in here. So let's make some of these. And then we also want andesite tunnels, I do believe. So let's make a couple of them. I think that is pretty much going to be everything. I know that we need fan belts, which I have made mechanical belts. So I think that's everything that we need inside of here. So we've got cogs, small cogs, gearboxes, encased fan drives. Okay, so I've got everything here. And I've got lava in there. Now we need to find somewhere in order to actually set it all up. So in order to do the mechanical crafters, let's put you down here. And then 21. I forgot the setup that we need in order to make the crushing rolls. We need to create the system before we create the system. So it's 3 and then 5, 5, 5, 3. This wall is big enough, but it's also going to be annoying because it's not going to be centered because it's even. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. And then we need to change all of these so they sort of link up the arrows. I've got, okay, so if we have this one face here, 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 the top one's face down, bottom one's facing up, then these ones can face towards the middle, down, and then face to this side being the point of exit. I think that should work. And then we only need to supply directional energy to one side. So if we say put one there, and then what I'm thinking is, how much room do we have? We have like 1 block of space inside these walls. Do you reckon we can set up like one of the large wall wheels inside the actual wall? Clear blocks for placement. Okay, let's just see how much room this takes. Okay, so what blocks do I have to clear in order to place that then? Okay, so that works. That is going to be a rotational thing there, so what we can do is grab you and then grab gear shift and bucket. I'm gonna need to grab some water from somewhere. Water. Seriously, this is gonna be the problem for me, finding water. Quickly go grab some water from over here. I need to see if I've got any other buckets on me, because doing this whole running back and forth thing is going to be jarring. Nope, but it does mean that I can go inside and grab some buckets of water for the next one. So I know I'm going to need water for setting up the next sort of rotational force. I just want this little crafter to be independent from anything else that we've got running. So that way we can always come over here and craft stuff. Let's do that. Do that. And do that. And then we're going to want this gear shift to be there. And then small cogwheel to be there. And then we need to get inside and actually do the water. So we do this. So if we put our water there, and then have it come down to there. There we go. It's going to be a very, very slow crafter, but it will craft stuff, which is all that we want. 3. God. One bad thing about breaking this wall is that there's so many different random blocks that actually go into this wall. Okay, so all of these are now rotating, which means I need to get all of the ingredients to fill this in, which I do believe I've got majority of. What else do I need? Tough or some type of block. So let me quickly go grab that. Looks like tough is fine. Let's quickly go sleep the night away.
Lovely jubbly.
That's my phone again. I should really respond to this message, otherwise I'm going to get so angry. Hey, let me do that. Grab my cup of tea from downstairs, and we can start crafting these crushing wheels and then set up the next following system. Okay, so messages have been replied to. Okay, so what we need is, I do believe it's like one view in the middle, then 4 logs and a plus sign around it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then andesite alloy around the rest of it. Is it going to be able to do it? Oh, it is. It's going to do it, but it's going to do it incredibly slowly, which is fine. We can find other stuff to do. We need to try to find a way of setting up the other water wheels in order to start doing the next system that we want. So what I'm thinking is, if we have this side over here be like a production line for the crushing wheels, because we're going to need 2 sets of them to get the, oh no, we also need the, whatchamacallits, the drills, in order to make the actual cobblestone. So we're going to need some chutes, and we're also going to need some of these mechanical drills as well. Okay, let this craft finish. Come on, you can do it. It's really a cool system of crafting using the mechanical ones, but unless you've got decent rotational force, like I can speed this up using gearboxes, I do believe. and alternating larger to smaller cogs to speed it up. But yeah, I don't think it's like a necessary requirement. It's just, as our crushing wheels, it would just be a little bit quicker to do the crafts that we do need to do in these. I know, like towards the end, in order to make the Automobium Star, I think you need tons of these mechanical crafters. Yeah, crushing wheels are done. So let's quickly hop up to our main storage room. And we're going to want the chutes, not basins, chutes. So let's make a couple of you guys. And we're going to want some of these guys as well. To just make it 3 just in case. Okay. Then we're going to need to figure this all out. Crafter's over on this side, isn't it? Oh, apparently we've got a cow as well as a zebra now. Okay, so if we say have our drills here, so we obviously want these to face inwards, like so. Oh, we're probably going to want them up a block, to be honest. Probably 2 blocks, just to be safe. Do this. So that is where the cobblestone is going to be getting formed. This is where we're going to want our chutes to be, which is going to be picking up said cobblestone. Then we're going to have probably water on this side here, and then lava on top to create the actual cobble. Okay, and then we're going to want how can we convert 3 lines into one? Are these like directional? Like, can we? No. Okay. Maybe they are not the ideal candidate for this job. Let's get like some normal hoppers. And we can point normal hoppers into this chute, because we're going to want the chute to be dropping on top of a conveyor. So let's grab, say, some of these guys on the conveyor, come over to here. That should be good. So let's quickly go. Oh, we're going to want you over this side. Oh, we're also going to want to be crafting up another one of these while we're doing this stuff as well. So you, 2, 3, 4, and alloys, and Q. You can keep on crafting. Then we're going to want our mechanical belts. So 1 to be here. And then we're going to want some more of these shafts. So I'm going to want 1 to be, say, here, 1 to be here, and that's where we're going to want our first set of crushing wheels. And then from there we're going to want the andesite tunnel. We say andesite tunnel go here with, can we say put a normal one here? Because what I want to happen is for it to take out some of the gravel, to save some gravel and then let some go. But I think we may need a brass funnel. So if we look at the brass funnel system or brass tunnel. Can be used to cover up your belts. Yep, okay, I get that. This is a system that we're looking at. Brass tunnels have filter slots, so each open side. Filters on inbound connections simply block non-matching items. Filters on outbound connections can be used to sort items by type. Whenever a passing item has multiple valid exits, the distribution mode will decide how to handle. Can we do like a round robin? Votes will form a group. Okay. Incoming items will now be distributed across all incoming. Okay. So I think when it comes up to doing the gravel to sand, we exit that. So I think we're going to need some of them. When it comes to doing the gravel to sand, oh wow, I didn't realise that thing stays there. We're going to need the brass ones in order to separate the flint clay from sand. So that's going to make gravel. Is it just gravel or is it gravel and flint the crushing wheels make? Where are you? Oh my god, this is going to take so long. Like 116 recipes. Gotcha. Okay. Let's get a cobble. Uses. Crushing wheel. Okay, so that just gives gravel, so that's fine. So we don't need to separate anything there. I would like to be able to separate it so we get like some gravel come off. And then the next one is where we're going to go gravel to sand, but then you also got a chance of flint and clay, which means we're going to have to separate them. So yeah, let me go make some of the brass casing ones. Where are you? Create brass tunnel. Oh, god damn it, I'm going to need some of the electron tubes. And I don't think I've got any of them. Let's just make some of you. Make some sandpaper. It's fine. Yum 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 yum. Awesome. Throw you guys into there. Make you 5. Throw you in. And we're going to want, say, 8 of them. Might as well make some brass ones. Where are you? I need to start remembering to jump out the correct side. Okay, so if we have a brass tunnel on here, and then we have a brass funnel here, I would like to see what comes out of it, but I don't know how to tell that at the moment. That would be really handy if we had a portable storage thing, because running back and forth, so this might be something that we just do now, to be honest with you. We're going to quickly jump into some of the digital storage, of the phone storage. And we're going to want to make the wireless crafting grid, which means we're going to need to make one of these, which means we're going to need to make a grid. Crafting grid means crafting benches, which means more bloody planks. Do that. Do not that. That. And then crafting grid, like so. And then like so. Then like so. That's now charged. Yep, I know. Connected. I do apologise for my phone. The mining gadget, oh my god. You can go in there for now. We are going to need a wireless access point. There we go, wireless transmitter. That's exactly what I want. Let's do one of these. And then we're going to need... Yeah, okay, can you move? Because I need to be able to see the upgrades. Storage, upgrade, speed, range. Which means we need upgrade cards. And then a range. Awesome. Okay, so this 16 blocks, if we then do free range 40 blocks, should hopefully be enough. But what's the power usage? 43. I need to keep an eye on whether or not that's going to be able to keep up. I think the easiest way of doing that is to quickly pillar up here and have a look to see if it does or not. There you go. You're fine. 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 Ooh. Yeah, that's not what we want to see. So, this is producing... It's 408 max output. But it's only producing 15 per. Oh, okay. 937. So confused. That's currently not producing anything. It's currently producing 18. Sounds like it's producing 937 somehow. These ones also that they're just not producing. Is that because it's slowly draining the batteries on these? So once the batteries are drained on these and these are actually producing energy, or is it going to slowly go through each one of these? Fine. You are, so I want to see if when this one runs out, whether it's going to just start instantly draining the other ones. You draining these other ones? You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Okay, so it's now draining this one. Okay, it looks like I'm going to have to keep an eye on this just to make sure that it doesn't completely drain the system, having that many distance upgrades for our wireless crafting slot. I'm not too sure how to increase the power output of that, if that is the case. Okay, so how do we... Okay, so we can now use this, which is fine.
Lovely jubbly.
Oh my god. I'm just going to put my phone on mute soon. So it says it's only using 43, and that's with the wireless transmitter. Which isn't that much, which means the system should be able to take out our power output. But yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on this and just see if it does tank out or not. Alright, so to get a bit of a more accurate reading as to what is producing what and whether or not the system was keeping up, I made a energy cube and I upgraded it because obviously we've upgraded all of the mechanism stuff, like we've got all of the sort of later game. Alright, so after I'm thinking around, what I ended up doing is I built an energy cube from mechanism and I've upgraded it to the elite one, mainly because we've got all of the bits and pieces for doing the mechanism stuff. So we've got like all of the infused alloys, reinforced ones. We could have taken it up a step further, but I haven't created any of the end circuits that we need, like the more ultimate control ones. But it was enough in order for us to get a gauge as to what our power input and output's like. And with all of the ones, like the generators linked up to this one, if you keep an eye on it, you can see that it's actually ticking up rather than ticking down, which is exactly what we want. It means that we are in a positive net gain of the energy rather than a loss. Yeah, what happens is that generators don't actually generate any power whilst the buffers are full. Like if there's no need for them to be generating power, they just won't generate it. But so it was actually producing enough, just the generators weren't generating because the buffers were full, which is what was causing the confusion for me. So we have now got access to our storage system when we're down at the bottom down here. I also went and done the cobblestone generation section of this. So I just got some waterlogged stairs and some lava sitting up top. The waterlogged stairs is just to stop the lava from turning the water into obsidian or vice versa. The water coming in here and turning that into obsidian is just not what we want. And this way it will permanently create the cobblestone with the drills, and that will then come through this chute onto the conveyor belt once it's all running. Now we need to try to figure out the rest of the bits and pieces for this thing. So we've got one set of wheels there, and then we're going to want one set of wheels on, definitely not like that. Can we pick you up? Thank you. One like that, and then we're going to want wheel, and then a wheel. And that will go from our cobblestone to our gravel, and then from our gravel to our sand, clay and flint. Is that correct? Yeah, that is correct. So which means we are going to need, that's not what I wanted to do at all, but you know what, fine. We'll roll with it. We're going to want this to then be split into 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to want 1 come in here, 1 come in, say, here. And then we're going to want to go you to you, you to you. And then we're going to want our brass tunnels coming along here. Like so. So when it comes in here, we want, what is it, clay, flint, and sand, isn't it, in order to get these ones done. So we want some sand. Let's get a piece of flint, sand, one of you, and then have we got clay in the system? No, I think we've got some in here from when I was doing a bloody, whatchamacallit, what do you call it? Put clay there, sand in the middle, and then flint over here. And then we can have them go directly into our storage system. And then we're going to want the next section. Okay. So let's just extend this. Can we not extend this? Is that as far as this one goes? I think it may be. So let's do something like that. Pick you up. And then we're going to want the smelting section to be... Actually, we could probably have a smelting section just a little bit longer. Because sometimes, depending on how fast you have the fan spinning, will depend on how quick the stuff actually gets smelted. So that's our sand. I need to figure out a way of having some go out, but not all of it. But I think that's going to be something that I'm going to have to try to figure out as and when it's producing. Because I don't think it's going to be something that I'm going to be able to just work out off the bat right now. Without items coming in and through. So let's look for, we want our fans. We want glass. We also want trapdoors as well. Can we make glass trapdoors? We can make glass slabs. Nope, that's glass panes. Okay, so trapdoors. We can make some spruce ones actually. Do something like that. So if it comes across here, we're going to want, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be good. And then we're going to want, oh crap, we're probably going to need more tough. I don't know why I'm using tough as a building block. But we are. So let's bring this over to there. Like, it doesn't look too bad, the tough, which is fine. I can always swap it out for another block down the line, should I want to. I want trapdoors there. And then we're going to want these guys. Is that the right way? Yes, it is the right way. I want the fans there. So, another trapdoor. It's coming like so. Awesome. And then when the sand comes past, it should then be smelted, provided we have lava in front of this thing. Some lava, like so. I don't know if we need a source block in front of each fan, but we're going to, just in case. Like so. Okay, now I've got everything sort of in place. It should hopefully function how I'm intending it to function. So once I've got these running, it will get the cobblestone. Cobblestone will drop from the chute onto the conveyor. Conveyor will run it into these first crushing wheels, which will turn it into gravel. Gravel will go through here. I don't know how to set this so we can filter off some out and let some through, but that's going to be something that we work out down the line. It should come into here to the next crushing wheels. That turns into clay, flint and sand. The flint and clay will go directly back to storage. The sand will then carry on past this section, which will then smelt it into glass, and then the glass be taken to our storage. So that is the whole plan of action. So what I'm going to be doing is setting up some water wheels underneath the ground, because you can actually do them face down. So if we do that, like so. Okay, so let me try to figure this one out now. Water wheels, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, alright, guy. Let me sleep this night away, because I need to find this guy to kill him. What are you selling? Nothing. Come on, guys. Slam me down today. I've killed so many of you already. Let's quickly throw you and you away. Okay, so water wheels. We go. I don't know if the large ones are actually going to fit. Whoa. They will, but they are stupidly large. I think the large ones are literally only large because for aesthetics. So what I'm going to do is actually go and craft some normal water wheels, because the normal ones are like a hell of a lot smaller. 2, 3, 4. There we go. 1. See how much smaller these guys are? Which means we can have them next to one another. I can hear a spider. Let's go like so. Like so. Then we're going to want a block there. And a block there. Then we're going to want 2 buckets of water. I did set up just an infinite water thing down here because I knew that I was going to be needing a lot of it. So if we do 1 wheel going that way, and then 1 wheel going the opposite way. There we go. Okay, so that's the first set of crushing wheels. I'm going to be doing the same for the next set, and then I also need to set up a couple of water wheels for running the conveyors and the fans. But I may do them ones inside the wall behind, and just have the gears coming out. You know what, you don't need to be there. You are not meant to be there. Stop it. Okay, yeah, let me set up these water wheels, and once I've got them all in place, I will bring you back. Okay, so I've accidentally started the machine. Without intending to. I was running the encase chain drive to get all of these spinning at the same time. And it looks like it is going, but it is going at a slow rate. I may need to, oh my god, I also need to turn my magnet off. So I keep on picking up all of the freaking thing. I did not mean to put it on. Okay, you know what? Let's just put you in there for the time being. Okay, so that is picking that up. This is spitting out on the side, so I don't think I want that there for the time being. I don't think I even want that there for the time being. Okay. So the crushing wheels are going fine, but I think this may need to be sped up. Although it is, like, picking up the cobblestone at a reasonable rate, isn't it? I was not expecting this to be the fastest machine in the world, so I'm not overly worried about that. Okay, so sand should come through the middle one. And then... oh crap, I still need to hook this thing up. Okay. So let me get the encased chain drive on this. Like so. And then I need to link this up to something over here. So if we have a vertical gearbox over on this one, yeah, so if we break Q, have vertical gearbox like so, get this shaft, come down here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to run it all off of the same system, as the only thing. And then this one is going to be another gearbox doohickey. And then run you into there. And that is in fact blowing it forwards. That's exactly what I want. Awesome. And we're not running into an issue where they're like being overstressed, but this conveyor is not moving. So what we may need to do is link them two together. So if we say do that, and then we can actually use mechanical belts as like a gear link up, just to have it continuously go. Okay, so our clay is getting filtered out to the correct one. Now I need to make sure that this is going to cook the sand by the time it's exited past this point. Processing by particle using case fan. Okay, yeah, so that is now turning it to glass, which is exactly what we want. And it's just going to be continuous, and it's just free. Because we're just using rotational force. I set up a triple water wheel over here, just underneath our place, like behind this giant, whatchamacallit, pillar type deal. So let's go say, because we need to tidy this area up just a little bit, so do that. And then I want to block you into there. And then we're going to want to recover all of this, because this is where we're running the rotational force underneath. So currently we have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think it's like 7 water wheels running this contraption. And it's not said that it's overstressed in any way, but what is happening is that we are going to be losing resources because, yeah, we haven't got any way of collecting them yet. So this section here, I want to tidy up, like I want to encase all of these shafts that are coming out of the ground just to make it look a little bit better. Oh, and our flint's going off. No. Okay, the way that we're going to be inputting this into the system, like all of the end results, is rather than having separate chests for each thing, we're just going to have a main input ender chest. Now this is something I can now show you. First of all, we need to make some room in our pockets. So let me put all of this stuff into here. That looks good. And then I can show you what the ender chest system is. So I do believe it's in this mod. I really bloody hope it's in this mod. Is it ender? What is the mod called? It's this one. Yeah, it's just ender chests. Ender chests. So these are like color coded ones. So what we need is, say, at least minimum. Okay, we're definitely going to need some Eyes of Ender. And we're going to need some blaze powder. Come on, guy. Grab, say, 32 of you. And then let's grab a bunch of you. And then I'm going to make a couple of you. Oh, we're going to need more than a couple, aren't we? So 1, 2, 3. It's 4 in total that we're going to need. Until we figure out how to separate the 3, 4. Awesome. Until we figure out how to separate the gravel and the sand before it goes into the smelting process. But I'm going to tinker with that off camera while I tidy up the area. But I just want to show you how these ender chests work. So what we're going to do is you can color code these. So we are going to need some form of a dye for our main storage input. What dye should we go with? That's just going to make baby red dye, isn't it? What have we got here that can actually make freaking dye? Crap. Die. God, that zebra is so loud. And so is the cicada that I can hear in the background as well. Okay, you know what? What dye have we got? I got 3 green. That's just really sucky. We've got... Which, that's not how you spell ink, is it? Yeah, I knew that we should have had like a whole bunch of black dye. So, was it 3, 6, 9, 12? Okay, that's fine. Do want them. And then we just put these down like so. And then you can color coordinate these however you want. So it's shift and then right click to color coordinate them. And each one's got these 3 strings depending on what color that you do them on. Will depend which one links to which. So because they're all on black, if I put glass into this one, it will be in all of these ones. And you can actually feed in and out of these ender chests as well. These are the ender chests that Minecraft should have had, but they don't, so never mind. So we want, what is it? 1 on each end of these. So we're going to want, say, let's do some spruce wood on the ends of these. And then we're going to want 1 on the end of here. So you... We're going to be like covering these up with probably trapdoors or something just to make them blend in a little bit more. And then we're going to want the, whatchamacallits, andesite funnels for these. So we're going to want, say, 4. So andesite funnel on there, there, and there. That way they will automatically get input, I do believe, because they link up with the funnels. And yep, so that is the... No! It just spat it out because I put this freaking thing here. Okay, so flint, clay, awesome. Glass should be going in there soon enough. And then what we can do is head on back into our base. Okay. And then we want to put a input, so we want to go refine storage. In storage, and we want the external importer, so we want one of these dudes, and then we want to find somewhere conveniently out of the way in order to put this ender chest like there. That would be fine. So if we put this one here, awesome, and then we can just link the importer over to there. And now automatically import all of this stuff into our storage system. And because I've got these spots mapped out in our storage downstairs, so we've got glass, and glass has a gold upgrade as well as a void upgrade. So once it reaches its cap, rather than it filling up our digital storage discs, so this thing here, rather than the glass and then flint and clay balls filling up this storage disk, it will then just void it instead. So I've also got a void upgrade on, where are you doohickeys? The flint one, void upgrade, and a copper upgrade. And then we've also got clay balls. I know for a fact I put... Did I? No, I don't think I did put clay balls down here, did I? That's going to be something that I'm going to have to add. Crap, before it starts filling up the system. So, let's grab... I thought I did. It's not because I don't have clay balls. It's because I have them all in this thing. So let's put, say, clay balls here. And then we're going to want to grab a gold and a void upgrade. So gold and then void. That way that will then start filling up. So let's just keep an eye on this for a second. So one thing I need to make sure that the priority on the storage drawers, which means the importer should, there we go. So it's going up on the storage drawers rather than being added to the digital disk, which is exactly what we want. Happy freaking days. Freaking Enderman. Oh my god, this guy sucks so hard. I heard him running around my base for so freaking long. Okay. You're dead, stop making noise. So that is that all sort of done. So what I will do, in a very quick cut for you guys, I'm going to tidy up, patch up the wall, tidy up these things. I need to make a whole bunch more of the, and oh, is that my, what is on me that is magnetizing stuff? Oh, one of my backpacks has magnet. Oh, that's why. Okay, stop it. Behave. It's one bad thing, you can't have magnets near this thing when it's got entities dropping on. You know what, I think this may actually be kicking out more cobblestone than the belts are actually able to process. That may be something I have to look into. So what I'm going to do is, in between this cut and the next one, I'm going to tidy it up a little bit. Turn to glass. You better freaking turn to glass. Turn to glass. Okay, good. I was getting worried then. Yeah, let me tidy this up, and then once I'm tidied up and got everything looking reasonably decent, I'll bring you back. Also, by the way, don't drop into these crushing rolls, they hurt. Even with all the way up to blue hearts, it had me down to, I think it was 3 red hearts, so I got stuck inside of it. Because once you get stuck inside, there's no getting out until you've gone all the way through. If I didn't have that many hearts, then I definitely would have died. So yeah, be careful if you're using them. So I'll catch you back in a moment. Alright, so I've managed to tidy up a fair bit. I put a different framework around our cobblestone generator. And rather than it coming out an extra block, I'm just using trapdoors in order to hold the water in. Just using strip spruce wood because it sort of matches the andesite casing. Covered up all of the conveyor belts with more andesite casing. I fixed the filter here because what's happening is that although it does build up fairly large amounts there, and it goes end up being like half a stack to a stack, the crushing wheels can actually process, like, I think it's up to a stack at a single time. So it was coming through, and then when you get more sand here in order to be smelted, sometimes it wasn't smelting before it was being picked up. So I've moved our ender chest a few blocks closer, put in a brass funnel, and done a filter just for glass, so this way it will only accept glass. And if we ever want to start gathering sand instead of glass, we can just knock these things up. That way you won't get the flames coming through and it won't cook anything. We can take the filter off and then just have sand come through. But for the time being, we're just going to want glass anyway. Not too sure, not figured out how to separate it. So it's sort of like round robins, the exits. I am going to look into that in between this episode and next. I'm going to tinker around with it a little bit more. But I think for an episode, we upgraded our battery supply for our power, got wireless crafting with our digital storage. So we can now craft anywhere around our base rather than having to constantly go up and down. And we done an entire automated system for flint, glass and clay balls, which is awesome. So yeah, I need to extend the range on this thing at some point. So let's have a look. So glass is going up, and if you're wondering the reason why I wanted to do this, it is because I wanted to get further into the automation with refined storage. But then with refined storage, a lot of it uses glass. So like all of these like parts use glass, and then you got different components use glass. So the 64K fluid storage, they use glass. I'm fairly sure the 1K, they all use glass. So in order to upgrade our storage capacity, I needed some way of getting glass rather than having to manually smell it all, and that's the whole point in modded. We can have everything being fully automated, so another step in the right direction. Next episode, what I may want to actually do... Oh, there goes my phone. Wait for it. Oh, maybe not. Next episode, I think, let me have a think of what I actually want to work on. Yes, next episode, there's a couple of things that I want to work on. Well, they're both like two in the same. They can be two in the same. One is farming mob drops, like hostile mob drops. We definitely need to get into doing that, so a mob farm. But then we also need a way of getting XP, and if you want to see why I need a way of getting XP, one is I want to be able to upgrade our enchanting setup, and in order to do this we need to enchant these bookshelves. In order to do that we need like, I think it's like 80s and 90s are the levels. But then also with the apotheosis mod, you see where we was getting the loot drops that have like the stats, like this one's got the extra stats, the empty socket for us to put a gem in to add an extra benefit, and then it's got the extra bonuses at the top, so when attacked inflict blindness and so on and so forth. But where we've been using the salvaging table on all of the gear that we don't want, that we're finding from dungeoning, we can actually use that in combination with the dust that we get for crushing up all of the gems that we don't want in this thing, the reforging station. And when we use this, we can actually, the weapons that have no affixes or have no sort of apotheosis sort of thing to it, we can actually put in here to roll to make them one of them type of picks or weapons. So this thing we can upgrade so it gets 3 empty socket slots. It's got box drops will teleport to you, and the item will ignore 37% of durability damage. And that's on top of like the extra 38% experience gained, plus 0.5 luck, plus 25% mining speed, which is insane roll, but we need 90 levels in order to do it. And after storing all of my levels, I still only have 61. So yeah, we need a way of getting a lot of XP. So I thought that we could do two in the same, really, like two birds, one stone situation. I was trying to think of the expression there, and it completely just lost it for me. But that is probably going to be the plan for next episode, get into mob farming and XP generating, because we've got ridiculous amounts of spawners. So we really want to get like wither skulls on, like automated through spawners. We also want to get blaze rods on spawners, ender pearls, because we're going to be obviously utilising these ender chests a lot more. And we still need to get to the end. What are you? Orville the Ninja. I wanna be ninja. Oh my god, that song is so not appropriate to be singing. But it's always, whenever I hear the word ninja, that is the freaking thing that comes to mind. Dude, go away. And it is such a racial song. It's unreal. Come on. Hopefully kill you sometime today. There we go, thank you. What do we get? We've got some boots which we're instantly going to grind up. And... oh. God, that poison lasts for ages, so we're just going to be salvaging this, and that way we get the luminous crystals. So, nevertheless, hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode, and let me put this freaking gem away. Oh my god. Anytime you want to stop being poisoned today would be really great. Oh my god. Still bleeding. 7 seconds. God, why is it witch's poison just lasts so freaking long? Okay, we good? I think we're good. Okay, hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode. Hopefully it's not been too jump cutty, and you've enjoyed the process of going further down the route with create. So next episode we can then start playing around with the sort of mob spawning mods, because there's a lot of different ones that we can get into. I think we're going to go with mob grinding utils this one, and we can make XP jelly babies. So yeah, we've got that to look forward to. So hopefully you enjoyed today's episode, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.